Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Let's start the second part of lecture 4. In the first part, we have studied measures of central tendency for the ungrouped data. In this part, we will learn how to calculate measures of central tendency for the group data. The first measure is arithmetic mean, and the formula is x bar is equal to summation fx divided by summation f. What is f? F represents frequency. X is the midpoint or the class mark of the class interval. X bar is arithmetic mean. Summation represents the sum. So, summation f represents the sum of frequency, and sum of frequency is the total number of observations. That's why we can also write n instead of summation f. Now, summation fx. Summation fx is the sum of product of midpoints and their corresponding frequencies. Now, we will calculate arithmetic mean for this group data set, in which we are given with class intervals, class boundaries. We also have midpoints, or we can say class mark, frequency. First step we have to do is create f of x. As we have learned that summation fx is the sum of product of midpoints and their corresponding frequencies. So, how we will create the column of fx, midpoint and its corresponding frequency? 74.5 into 9. The value will be 670.5. We will multiply each midpoint with its corresponding frequency and complete the column. After completing the column of fx, we will sum these products. And the sum of these products is summation fx. That is 7350. And the summation f is 60. Now, as we have to calculate x bar, how we will calculate? X bar is equal to summation fx divided by summation f. What is the value of summation fx? We have calculated. First, we have constructed the column of fx by multiplying midpoint with its corresponding frequency, and then adding or taking the summation of these products, we get summation fx. That is 7350. We will write it as 7350 divided by summation f. What is summation f? Sum of frequency. The sum of frequency is 60. This divided by 60, which is equal to 122.5. So, this is the mean of the given data set, arithmetic mean of the given data set. The second measure is median for the group data. Median, as we have learned in the previous part, that the middle value that divides data set into two halves is the median. For group data set, the formula to be used is L plus H by F into N by 2 minus C. Before going to describe what is L, H, F and C, we will see what is cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency, as we can see from the name, cumulate. It is the sum. It cumulates the previous frequency. What is the difference between the frequency and the cumulative frequency? When we have a frequency corresponding to some particular class, it tells the number of observations in that particular class. But when we have a cumulative frequency of that class, it represents the number of observations from the lowest data point to the upper limit of that particular class. Cumulative frequency is represented by capital C F. Here we will see how we calculate cumulative frequency. We cumulate, we sum the previous one in the next one. As I have told you that it gives the number of observations from the lowest data point to the upper limit of that particular class. So, the first cumulative frequency and the frequency are the same. What happened in the next class, second class, when we have frequency 10 corresponding to the second class, it means there are 10 observations in this class, 85 to 104. But when there is a cumulating frequency 19 corresponding to the same class, what does it represent? It represents the number of observations from the lowest point of the data to the upper limit of that particular class. So, there are 9 observations in first class, 65 to 84, and 10 observations from 85 to 104. So, the total observations from 65 to 104 is 19. And how we get cumulative? We add 9 into 10. How we will get cumulative frequency for the third class? We will add 17 into the sum of the previous frequencies. We will get 36. I repeat, the difference between the frequency and the cumulative frequency, जब आपके पास किसी पर्टिकुलर क्लास के कॉरिस्पॉन्डिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी है, तो वो हमें क्या बता रही है कि देयर आर 10 ऑब्जर्वेशंस फ्रॉम 85 टू 104. 85 से 104 तक हमारे पास 10 ऑब्जर्वेशंस है. जब इसी क्लास के कॉरिस्पॉन्डिंग हमारे पास कम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी 19 है, तो ये हमें क्या बता रहा है कि आपके डेटा सेट की लोएस्ट लिमिट दैट इज 65 से 104 तक आपके पास कितनी वैल्यूज हैं? 19. ओके, सो अगर हम अपनी फोर्थ क्लास के में आए 125 टू 144, हमारे पास कम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी है 10. अगेन ये हमें क्या बता रही है कि 125 से लेकर 144 तक 10 ऑब्जर्वेशन है, जबकि कम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी है 46. ये हमें क्या बता रही है कि डेटा सेट की जो लोएस्ट लिमिट है 65 से लेकर 144 तक, इस पर्टिकुलर क्लास की अपर लिमिट तक जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस हैं दैट इज 46 ऑब्जर्वेशंस. ओके, और क्युमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी का कॉलम हम कैसे बनाते हैं? हम जो प्रीवियस फ्रीक्वेंसी है उसको ऐड करते जाते हैं नेक्स्ट में. फर्स्ट फ्रीक्वेंसी और कम्युलेटिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी हमारे पास सेम होती है। नेक्स्ट में हमारे पास क्या है, 9 प्लस 10 19। नेक्स्ट कैसे आएगी, प्रीवियस कम्युलेटिंग इनटू द प्रेजेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी, 19 plus 17 36 and so on. And the last cumulating frequency is always equal to the number of observations, total number of observations. Okay. Now we will come back to the formula of median. To calculate median, first we will find a factor that is n by 2. As we have studied that median is the middle value, so we will see what is the middle value of this data set. In ungrouped data, we have seen that each and every observation was given. So we count the position and get a number. ठीक, यहां पे हमारे पास क्या है, ग्रुप डेटा सेट है। जब हम n by 2 करते हैं तो ये हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा, 60 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 2th value, that is 30th value. Not 30 is median, 30th value is the median. And from the data set, we don't know what is the 30th value. Okay. Sorry class, because of some problem, our lecture was interrupted. We will start from the point where we left. We have calculated n by 2 value, that is the 30th value. By using cumulative frequency, we get to know that the 30th observation lies in third value. How we get to know that? If we see the cumulative frequency of the first class, that is 9. It means there are first 9 observations in the first class. Then we move to the second class and we get to know that the number of observations is 19. It means from 65 to 104 we have 19 observations. What we are interested in? We are interested in 30th observation. Where does it lie? In moving forward, we see the cumulating frequency of the third class is 36. It means from 65 to 124 we have 36 observations. And we also know that the cumulating of the previous class was 19. And this class is 36. It means 30th observation lies in this class. So we will select this class, and this class will be known as median class. This is our median class. Okay. Now, we will go back to the formula. What is L? L is the lower class boundary of the median class. H is the class width or class height of the median class. F is the frequency of the median class. And C represent the cumulating frequency of the class previous to the median class. So, what is L? 105 is our L. Okay. What is F? 17 is our F. Frequency of the median class. What is C? Cumulative frequency of class preceding to the median class. मीडियन क्लास से प्रीसीडिंग क्लास, उससे जो प्रीवियस क्लास है, पिछली क्लास, उसकी cumulative frequency is the C. Okay, and what is age? Class height is 20. So find the median. Formula of the median is L plus H by F into N by 2 minus C. Now by putting the values we have, that was a class interval, and 104.5, this is lower class boundary. Lower class boundary is 104.5 plus height is 20, frequency is 17, N is total number of observations, which is 60 divided by 2 minus C. C is the cumulative frequency previous to the median class, that is 90. And now by calculating this, we will get 117.44, which is the median for the given data. Okay. Now the third measure, which is the mode of the group data. As we have seen in the previous measure, which is median, first we calculate the median class. Okay. Then lower class boundary of median class represented by L, frequency, height, and cumulative frequency of the previous class. Same is here. When we have to calculate the mode of the group data, first we have to select the model class, and then we will come back to the formula and see what these represents. To find the model class, to select the model class, we will recall the definition of the mode, which was most frequently occurred observation. Okay. ऐसी observation जो maximum number of times occur करे, that is mode. In group data set, we are unable to know which number of observation occurs maximum number of times. So we will select again the model class. And how we will select our model class? We will see which class have the maximum frequency. Okay, I am not talking about cumulative frequency here. Frequency. Okay, the class with the maximum frequency will be the model class. In the present data, the maximum frequency we have is 17. So 17 is the model class. We will select this class. Now the formula is L plus Fm minus F1 divided by Fm minus F1 plus Fm minus F2 into H. L, as in the previous formula we have seen, L is the lower class boundary of the selected class. Same is the case here. L is the lower class boundary of the model class. H is the class height of the model class. Fm, M represents the maximum. Okay. So Fm is the maximum frequency, or we can say frequency of the model class. F1 is the frequency of the class previous to the model class, preceding class. And F2 is the frequency of class exceeding to the model class or next to the model class. So we will see in our data the maximum frequency is 17. So this is the model class. This 17 is FM. What is the preceding frequency? 10. This is F1, and by chance the next to the 17 is also 10. So the F2 is also 10. And what is L? 104.5 is L, lower class boundary. And H, the class height we have is 20. So what will we do? We will put the values in the formula. What is the formula of the mod? Mod is equal to L plus Fn minus F1 divided by Fn minus F1 Fn minus F2. Please exclude the writing into 8. One thing to be very clear, L is added in this whole fraction, not only to this one. Okay. First we will calculate this, and then we will add it into the lower class boundary. So it will be, lower class boundary was 104.5, 104.5 plus maximum frequency was 17, F1 was 10, 17 minus 10 plus 17 minus 10 into, and when we calculate it, we will get 114 point this will be the mod of the given data. एक चीज, अगर आपके पास मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी, हमारे पास अगर मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी वेरी फर्स्ट क्लास आ जाए, फर्स्ट क्लास की फ्रीक्वेंसी मैक्सिमम हो, तो फिर F1 की वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगी? 0. सिमिलरली अगर आपके पास मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी लास्ट क्लास हो जाए, तो फिर आपके पास F2 की वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगी? 0. सेम इज द केस इन द मीडियन. अगर आपके पास जो मीडियन आ रहा है that lies in the first class, then C will be 0. This is all for this lecture. Thank you.